Well, wait a second. What the freak is that? What the heck? Oh, no. So just a disclaimer, none of the games, the scary games in this video are as scary as the intro. Like, the intro is probably going to be more scary than any of these games. And yeah, so at number 10 is the Isle, where I think it's just called Isle. And it's pretty much an island, and you have to escape. It's kind of creepy. It's pretty well themed, so yeah, it's really scary sometimes. But yeah, it's really fun, and yeah. Now, at number 9 is I think it's called That Pride. Uh, it's basically like it's an island, the same as this last one, but instead of having to escape, you have to, well, basically you turn into a spider monster and you have to kill people. I never really played it past the point of becoming a spider. I kind of just died before I got to that point, but I think the point of the game is to terrorize the nurses, which are like the moderators of the game, and like cause havoc. At least that's what I think the purpose of the game is. Yeah, it's pretty fun as well. It's you go to the mansion on the island. It's like a little nurse boy, and then yeah, you become a spider monster. Your arm starts twitching, and then you become a spider. The gameplay is pretty bad because I didn't have time to play every game for an hour. You know what I mean? Because that would make it 10 hours that I would have to play. And okay, so I couldn't find an actual good Slender game, but the game Stop It Slender, that's pretty good. So at number 8 is Stop It Slender, which is, it's a pretty good game. It's basically you have to, it's basically a killer game where there's a killer who's chasing you, but the goal of the game is to get all the pages, and there's generators, so yeah, it's pretty simple. Jump scares are pretty spoopy, and yeah. At number 7, Those of Us Who Will Remain. Now, this is actually one of my favorite games. It's a zombie game. You're a zombie. No, you have to kill zombies, and then each wave there's more zombies. Then you get weapons. You buy the weapons. You upgrade the weapons. So yeah, it's also got, the maps are pretty good. The zombies are pretty good as well. So it's pretty well themed all around. If you like zombie games, that's pretty good zombie game. Now this is, I think this is at number 6. Survive the Killer. Yeah, as you can see by the gameplay, it's pretty much just to kill people as the killer, and then they become on the ground, and then when somebody tries to save them, you just kill another one, and then it's infinite amount of bait, and then every time they try to save them, you just kill more. That's one strategy. It's pretty frowned upon because it's considered camping, but that's really the way it's supposed to be played. And yeah, I almost killed everybody, but also I was really lucky, and I got to be the killer just like right off the bat. I didn't have to wait any time. It was just like I joined and it selected me as killer immediately, so it was kind of lucky. But yeah, that's Survive the Killer. It's definitely a lot scarier to be an actual person being hunted than being the actual killer, but that doesn't matter. It's still pretty scary. Now, at number 5, now, this is kind of controversial, but Bear, the game Bear, it's... I don't even know why I put it at number 5. It's not that scary, but it's it's pretty like I don't know. It's fun to play. It's got a lot of maps and yeah, it's mainly fun when you're the bear. Like I don't know, and then you can buy skins. So and right around the corner at number 4 is Rake. Rake is a really good game, and it's somewhat of a classic. There's classic games like, and I'd say it's one of the OGs. It's about rakes. No, it's not about rakes. It's about monsters, and you're trying to survive them. Yeah, all I really know, I didn't really play it that much, but uh, there's like a poisonous one, and then there's like a red one, and then there's a normal one. So I think it's like every night it gets a different one and harder and harder. I don't know, and then you're trying to escape maybe. Yeah, I don't really play that game. I've only played it like 3 times. Now this is getting to the top 3. So identity fraud. It's so complicated. I cannot explain it all, but basically, you first of all you're inside of like a house maze, and then there's a monster in there as well. And every time the monster kills one of cause you go in there is like with a bunch of people, and every time the monster kills somebody, it becomes that person. And so you can just go up to your friend, and then it turns around and it's actually the monster. It tricks you because it's like it takes their body, takes on the form of their body. It's like a shapeshifter, and but the only way to defeat it is if you don't look at it. So it's kind of like Slenderman, and uh, it's a transformer shapeshifter. But yeah, it didn't want to kill me because I don't know. I think it was glitched, but I got past the first stage, and so the first stage is the house. The second stage is the maze, the hedge maze, and then it becomes inside of like an office. Yeah, it's like it's really complicated, and then the monsters upgrade as well, so it just gets more hard. And then there's a boss fight at the end. So that's like a very intense game. The maze is, well, basically a maze, and well, I'm gonna be honest, I didn't really play it that much, but yeah, apparently it's scary, so yeah. Coming in at number 1. So this would have to be Horror Portals. This is like a camping game, but it's actually more than one camping game. It's 3 camping games, and they are just really scary. Yeah, there's not much more to it than that. I think a lot of people will agree with me. They're like some of the scariest games, but it might not be it might not be everybody's cup of tea. But still, I think that Horror Portals is pretty spooky. If I if there's even one that's even more scary than these, you guys have to comment it. So then next video I can put it in. Also, honorable mention would be Adopt Me. I think that's probably the scariest game. Yeah, it's kind of controversial, I know, but Adopt Me, scariest game.